So you're just back from India?
Yep, from 6 weeks.
And what were you doing out there?
It was a part of the Prime Minister's Global Fellowship, and it was a 3-section programme. It was a cultural phase, an educational phase and a business phase. So this idea of the programme is to get youths more involved in sort of enterprise and business, and to make links between different countries. It's all about globalisation. And the cultural phase I spent in Delhi and Calcutta. And then I carried on in Calcutta doing an educational phase where I worked at a school and stayed with 2 different host families. So that was like my favourite part of the trip. And then the last phase was a business phase in Mumbai where we worked with HSBC and got to understand how global business worked and sort of get an idea about finance and how a bank works.
So take us back to, how did you first find out about the course?
The careers teacher at Palmer's picked me and Abid with a number of other teachers to apply for this programme, and got a reference from Mark Vinal, the principal. So we filled in the application form, which is quite long, and had to show enterprise skills in the interview, and sort of our exposure to different cultures. We had to sort of demonstrate that. We sent that off, and then by about May we got called for an interview, so it was quite lucky just to get an interview, and that was a day in London where we carried out team building exercises and a workshop. And then we heard about 4 weeks later whether we'd got a place, and Abby got a place in China and I got a place in India, and so on the 19th of July we jetted off.
And you mentioned going to a school.
Yeah.
Could you, which secondary school were you at in Thurrock?
Grays Convent.
Grays Convent?
Yeah.
So how would you compare Grays Convent to the school you're at in India, or is it incomparable?
There's a lot of similarities actually. Obviously they have to wear uniform, they have like timetables and exams and set lessons, and the facilities at the school I was at were amazing. They had brilliant sports facilities, had like massive field, swimming pool, climbing frames, shooting ranges and things like this. So it was a very rich school. I mean, it was private, so you had to pay to go there, which is unlike Grays Convent. But Grays Convent would be classed as a government school in India, and the government schools in India are a lot, the funding's a lot less, the teachers get paid a lot less, and the quality's not so high as what it is here. But I really enjoyed my time there.
And what if there were 2 memories you can only keep, take back, what other memories you would take?
Well, definitely the people, the host families I stayed with, because one of the host families has actually come back to England since I've been home, and I stayed with them for a couple of days. And then the people I travelled with, there was 40 of us from England that travelled to India, and I've made really good friends that way and keep in contact. And the hospitality of the Indian people is just amazing. And I'd probably take back the sort of religious traditional culture of the country. The whole family unit is a lot stronger in India, and just the vibrancy of their life, the clothes, the food. It's just something I want to bring back to England.